Hey everyone, welcome to the Midpoint presentation by Kaike for the ZeroPoll project. Over to you, Kaike.
Hi everyone. So my name is Kaique, and I'm a web developer with experience with blockchain, working in cool blockchain projects. Recently, focusing on Mina, and I'm working in ZeroPoll, which is basically a poll project focused on privacy. ZeroPoll uses zero knowledge proofs with Mina and O1JS to allow voters to vote in private polls in an anonymous way. This poll is very secure. It have security against double voting, for example, but yet all the votes are verifiable. And currently, we have these private polls where it's the interest of the participants, of the voters, to know which other votes are have the right to vote in that poll. And we make all this with our uh, algorithms and our smart contracts with ProtoKit. So I will share my screen here just to show what I have been done recently and show also uh, a bit about ZeroPoll, how it works. Okay. Okay. So here we have ZeroPoll. I'm going to index. And basically, I'm already connected here, but let me disconnect it. Disconnect just to show the authentication process. Okay. So the first step is to connect your wallet. Currently, we use Auto Wallet, but in the future, probably we will support another wallet. So basically, we will sign a message with your wallet, and with that, we will be authenticated. We can already create a new poll. And so, for example, let's create a color poll, which is basically, we'll ask, what is your favorite color? So, for example, purple, blue, or we can add until 10 options. And it can be anything that you want to ask. For example, can be if you are in a company, want to make a decision and want to your workers collaboration to make this decision, for example, and a lot of different scenarios that you can create a poll. So here I will basically add my own wallet, and as I said before, currently we only allow private polls, so we do not want to allow any other wallet except the ones that we allow to voting. So here I will be adding my wallet, but we could add much more wallets. And now I'm going to create, basically I will send a transaction. It will directly to ProtoKit and execute using zero knowledge proofs. Now it's confirming. Okay, now it will be loaded. And note that only who is allowed to vote in this poll can see this poll. So in that case, it's just me. And here we can see the title, description, and the options of the poll. Here we could click to share and share this link with other person to vote. Okay. And here I will vote in some option. And the first step is to create a nullifier. It ensures that no one can double vote in that poll in a way that you don't need to expose who you are or your wallet. Now the nullifier is being created. And okay, now we will sign the transaction and send it to our chain. Okay, so our vote is casted, and we can see already the result. Of course, in the real world, we will have much more voters than just one. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about how ZeroPoll, the currently deliverables of ZeroPoll. So first of all, ZeroPoll is made with ProtoKit, which is a layer 2 of Mina. And we also use TypeScript, React, Next.js, and Tailwind. And all these interactions that you are seeing are made in the client side, okay? But we had previous limitations. So we have all our business logic were very, very coupled with the rest of the code, the React code, because we're using Zustan stars, and we're very difficult to know what is about the cryptography algorithms and what is about only the React application. So to fix this, I decided to refactoring the code base. This was our first scope, and to decouple the core of the application from the rest. This allow us not only to fix these problems for testing and scaling, but also allow us to be compatible with different frameworks, not only React. And this is what I done in the scope. Was a big refactoring, and I removed the stand, and now we use sync external restart that allow us to use this card that is completely separated from our application in a very agnostic way. And we also had a little small UI and UX improvements, and also I've added unit tests to the application. Now the second scope in progress. With these, we will release some packages like core package, React package, chain package, and also we will have a new mechanism to store our poll, because currently we use Postgres, but it's centralized, and we want to have a way to be more decentralized as possible. So a good solution is to store in IPFS. And it will ensure that it not only will be more decentralized and more resilient, but also less trustable. So this is the idea. You don't need to trust in anyone. Also, in this scope, we will create more technical documentation and user guidelines. We currently have a little block in the second scope that is a little difficult to how can we store data that should be private in a public storage network like IPFS. This is just a limitation currently for these private pools, because in the next scope we will also introduce public pools, okay? And it will not be a limitations because it will be public, but currently we have some limitations. I have already some ideas to just fix it, because remember, to store some data in IPFS, that is private, supposed to be private, we need to encrypt, but how can we encrypt it without have a way to ensure that the user will encrypt with his own key that we do not have? Currently, we are using our auto wallet, and auto wallet, just like other wallets, actually does not allow this kind of method. So probably a good solution for this, or a little solution for this, is to create randomly this key and pass it through the URL of the poll. We also have currently some blockers in the last scope, actually, that to integrate with Mina layer 1, we depend on ProtoKit, and I think we do not have some updates about it currently, and although this last scope did not started yet, we need to wait until probably December, and if the things take much more time, we will probably make another decision to probably refactor the code and have a way to put our smart contracts in the layer 1 without this layer 2 of protokits. So thanks to Mina Foundation for accepting ZeroPoll into the Navigator's grants program, and thank you all. Let me know if you have any question.
Hey, thank you for the presentation. I kind of wanted to understand what is the metadata you are storing currently,
Sure.
and what does that look like?
Yes, so we have different things that we store for a poll. One thing, for example, is the votes itself, and also the voters. The votes itself are stored in the smart contracts, so it's like on-chain. But we have this metadata that does not make sense to store in the contract. That is the poll title, description, the options itself. We only store in the smart contract the hashes of the options in a way that nobody knows what it is, and nobody knows even how much options there are. So we need a way to store this in an off-chain that is more scalable, like Postgres or IPFS. And these are the metadata that we need to a way to store in a peer-to-peer way currently.
Gotcha. So there isn't like the voter list. Is it public or is it? Are you using some?
Yes. Currently, no. Yes, the voters are not public. Nobody knows who. Actually, just the voter itself knows who are other voters. And as I probably not sure if I mentioned it, but in the interface you can see the voters, and it shows us verified, because at the client side we check the commitment, we check the Merkle tree, and ensure that these are really the only ones who can. So the voters can verify at the client side this information, and only them.
Right. But let's say if all of us were in a private poll, would I be able to see all your addresses, or that is not possible?
If you are in the poll, if you are a voter, or if you are the creator, you can. Right. You can see who is participating, the public address only.
Okay. I think it'd be nice to figure out a way to hide that. Maybe use a proof of membership or something.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can combine some techniques over there, and that'd be cool.
Yes, I think probably some kind of NFT or a token that you can maybe send to someone.
Yeah, even more private. But I think we can take the conversation offline to see what possibilities could be. I know we have an audience. I also would like to take any questions from the audience. Please raise your hand or come on stage, whatever works for you. Hey, Yasin, go for it.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations on your hard work. And I think I'll touch like two topics. Which one is Harish has already asked like follow-up question on decentralized storage. So I mean, yeah, I would love to ask Carol and Harish as well right now, like what the builders in the ecosystem, how they're dealing with centralized storage of their, maybe they use centralized storage. I don't know. I'm not like quite familiar with it at the last data stage. I know there is off-chain state API and other stuff. So yeah, my first stuff is Harish, Carol, do you have any recommendation to ZeroPoll team regarding storage?
Carol, do you want to take that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess one of the things that we see a lot, and it's been quite interesting to see utilize is off-chain state API. The problem is it's kind of not fully yet ready, I guess, for production. So I think there's this trade-off, but I know you're also waiting for protokit. So it's like there are those things to consider. And then regarding just a database, I mean, at the end of the day, if it's centralized database, as long as there is a commitment to it on chain, it's fine. But you're obviously trading two very important trust assumption, which is liveness and censorship resistance. But I mean, depending on the use case with ZeroPoll, some of it might be okay if it's in in best interest of the person creating ZeroPoll to have that data available. Well, obviously that's in his case, but then being able to spread it will also be quite nice. People try to use IPFS, so we're still lacking a kind of proper in-circuit verification of IPFS hashes, which I think would be quite interesting to see. But understanding also your timelines, potentially looking into off-chain state API, that would be a one solution though. Would be kind of interesting to see as well. And then there is ZK database that's coming to testnet. Potentially, it would be a good idea to take a look at that from Orochi Network. They have delivered the DevNet version, so it's actually going to be up to users to try. They also have, if I understand correctly, testnet incentivized program, so maybe you will be able to join as a project. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, I think out of kind of those solutions, that's what's there.
Great.
There is.
Sorry.
Go on, please. No, go on.
The name is ZK database, only that?
Yeah, I'll send you a link now.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, and go for it.
Yeah, I think there has been like a Celeste integration recently, but I'm not sure if that's performant in scale. So that's a good question. But I think these guys, ZK, what you trying to use like other DA layers, it might be also like for research, just to have a look at it. And like following up my like second point, it was about the settlement on L1. So as far as I know, ProtoKit is in testnet environment. They will share some stuff soon for trying out L1 settlement. And when I talked to team before, like the applications that doesn't include financial risks, such as this one, I guess, because like at the end, I think you are not playing with user funds. So it might be worth just trying out the L1 settlement with it, because as far as I see right now, there is no like financial risks of user funds. If that's right, I think soon you will be able to experience L1 settlement. Yeah.
Yes. I also thinking. I talked with Harish in the last call about the possibility to allow ProtoKit and layer one would be very interesting, probably the ideal scenario, but of course is the most difficult to do because I will need to implement both chains.
Yeah, and yeah, one more thing. So like Harish made a point about having the waters private and stuff. There have been demo of ZK Pass, I guess, recently, but like I see there are possible ecosystem projects that you can collaborate with. Such as maybe Palat, where they can carry your private credentials and any data backwards. So it's not in the scope. It's just for future feedback. It might be interesting to work with other teams when it comes to credentials and proving that you're human, or you have the right to keep your personality private, and so that might be also interesting for you to consider, of course, after delivering your initial scope. Yeah, but that is my general feedback. Yeah.
Great. Yes, I really want to implement more other projects, ZK projects in ZeroPoll. Because of that, for example, I chose to start with Auto Wallet because I saw it was a little popular. Very popular actually between this community, and of course, if there is another solutions to authenticate with zero knowledge proofs, it's very, very interesting. And about the ZK vote, I saw recently. I didn't know, but very interesting what they are building. I see this project. The idea is very similar to what I'm building currently, but they are a little more advanced at the smart contracts because they are already in the layer 1. And I don't know how I will conciliate these both, but I am studying that. Perhaps in the future we can think if that is a possibility to use their smart contract as our core, maybe.
Yeah, I just shared it like to check if you're aware. But don't push yourself hard. I mean, they have like a big experience team in Mina, so no worries at all. Yeah.
Cool. I think maybe those are all the questions we've had. So thank you again for coming on and showing us what you have been working on. And if you have any issues, please reach out to us. More than happy to unblock you. And looking forward to the final presentation in a few more weeks. All right. Take care. Thank you all. Bye.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Great to see your progress. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.